start talking about this week's episode, I want to say I wasn't able to do a review on last week's episode because I was hella busy, but I just want to say that Maggie and Carol are motherfucking badasses. I love me some strong female characters, and there might not be anything sexier. Now, let's jump into this week's episode. We got to see Rosita's rebound guy. Man, I wish I could have been her rebound guy, you know what I'm saying? We got to see Carol using freaking cigarettes as her vice because she just can't handle this. She just killed a shitload of people. Like most of this season, The Walking Dead didn't get good till the last 20 minutes, but there are a few things I want to talk about before we get into the craziness. I like to unofficially think of this episode as the Know Your Place episode because holy shit, Denise and Eugene, know your place! What we saw in tonight's episode was freaking Denise was like, hey, we need to come here, there's pharmacy stuff, but I'm gonna go, I'll go without you, blah, blah, blah. She wanted to go out on a run when she didn't really have to. Eugene, on the other hand, we know has been trying to pull his own weight in the crew, but everybody's still kind of like, dude, you just stay over there. We got this, but he wants to show that he can be a survivor. Two characters that normally don't go outside the walls want to prove that they can survive outside the walls, and, you know, most of the times, that shit doesn't go the way it's planned. So Denise, Daryl, and Rosita need to go find these freaking drugs, so they end up getting caught because there's a damn tree in the way, so they gotta go out on foot, and freaking Rosita's like, yo, it's a straight shot, let's take these freaking railways, and Daryl's all like, I ain't taking no railways, so he goes this way. Denise, of course, is like, I'm going with the guy that can survive, and he's a badass, so let me go this way. Rosita's all heartbroken, and she's like, I don't want no man telling me what to do, so she freaking goes down the railway, because she's all like, I'll do what I want, and Daryl don't give a fuck. He's like, you a big girl, you can take care of yourself, I don't care. So they split up, and of course that is gonna bite them somehow in the long run, but hey, you just gotta wait and see, right? So all three of them end up getting to that pharmacy and they break in. Daryl and Rosita really don't want Denise there, you can kind of tell, and they're just like, you know what, stay back, we'll do this. And freaking Denise is like, alright, y'all want me to hold your bags and shit? Being a little smartass. They pop the lock on the pharmacy, they just start getting everything out of there. They hear a walker, but Daryl's all like, oh man, that ain't nothing, he probably caught or something like that. But no, Denise is like, oh, well, I'm not doing anything, let me try to get this walker, because I gotta prove it to myself that I can survive on the outside. She ends up going into the damn thing, she sees a walker, it's like super disintegrated, so it's not gonna get her, but she sees a little freaking booty on the table that's full of blood. Basically, that person that was in there ate a baby. Denise gets all sick and she's like, ugh! And she goes out and she freaking makes noise by breaking freaking glass, and it's just like, oh, why are you even outside of the walls, woman? Rosita gets all pissed and she's like, what the hell are you doing, woman? Freaking Denise is like, I'm sorry, and she goes outside and waits by a bunch of dead bodies, and that's where we'll end the story, and let's go catch up with Eugene. We'll come back to the freaking Denise crew in a bit. As we've known from previous episode, Eugene has started to go out with Abraham on patrols, but this time he has had an idea, and they go to this freaking welding shop or machine shop or something like that, and he has the bright idea that he can make bullets in this place, and you're just like, whoa, that is fucking brilliant. If they can start mass producing freaking ammo, they will be dangerous. They got a shitload of guns, and they'll be like, with unlimited bullets. Abraham thinks it's a brilliant fucking idea, and of course a walker comes out of nowhere, and Eugene's all like, I got dibs, and he's gonna try to kill this walker, but it's got like a helmet of armor because somebody obviously poured molten lava on this bitch. Eugene tries to hit him with a knife, it doesn't work because it's molten lava kind of steel shit, bitch. And then he's all like trying to kill him, he's fighting, he's all like, don't kill him, and he's trying to fight, and Abraham's all like, bitch, I got this. But Eugene gets all pissed and tells Abraham, look, I don't need you, man, I totally had dibs, like what the fuck, why would you take away that from me? And this is where the know your place begins. Abraham flat out told Eugene, look, I kill people of the dead and non-dead variety. That's what I do. You coming up with these brilliant making bullets ideas, that's what you do. Know your fucking place. But no, Eugene ain't gonna have that. He's gotta be both. He's gotta be a survivalist and a smart man. No, know your place. Abraham, I'm siding with you, bro. Let's go back to Denise's group because that's when shit starts popping off. Okay, so remember those railways that Rosita took and it was a shortcut? Well, after they get the freaking medicines, Daryl's all like, oh, this is a shortcut, right? Let's go down this way. So they all start going down this way. Everything's good. Everything's going really well. But Denise is still on her like, I gotta become a survivalist shit. She's looking through these cars that they're passing by. She sees a fucking ice cooler. Anything could be in there. It could be a freaking sandwich from freaking 2 years ago. But no, she's all like, it might be useful. The two people that have been outside the walls the longest are like, don't worry about it. It's not worth the trouble. No. Denise has gotta do this. So she freaking goes to a car that has a walker in it. She wants to get this damn freaking ice chest when they just got a shitload of drugs. She's all like, opens it up. Of course the walker falls on top of her. She ends up throwing off the walker, and she's all like, oh, I got this. Daryl's of course gonna try to save her, but she's like, no bitch, I got this. And she's like, what's up? Daryl, like any sane person would, gets in her face and is all like, you know how stupid you are? You could have died. She comes back with, you could have died when you went to go kill all those saviors, but you did it anyways, right? Oh shit, and this is where stuff gets good. Denise starts going off on this whole little speech, how she's all like, I was gonna come out here no matter what. Freaking, I invited Daryl because he's a badass and I wanted him by my side. Rosita, I only invited you because I know you're alone because Abraham's fucking somebody else. While she's doing that whole damn speech, she freaking gets a crossbow through the eye and she's like, oh man, and guys, and you should be, and boom! I was like, oh shit! And who shows up? A whole bunch of dudes who have Eugene. They got motherfucking Eugene, who should have known his place and not got away from Abraham. They have him captured, and they just killed the only doctor in Alexandria because she needed to come outside, and I gotta be a survivalist, and blah, 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 blah. Oh, but Juice, who killed Denise? Oh, it was motherfucking Two-Face. Who is Two-Face? The guy that stole Daryl's bike and crossbow, and he just killed Denise with Daryl's crossbow. At this point, we've been through this a million times. Our crew is outnumbered like 10-3, and you're just like, oh fuck, how are they gonna get out of this? Are they just gonna massacre them? Of course not, because freaking Daryl's involved. But you're interested on how it's gonna work. Then you see Abraham, and he's all like, ooh, I got you bitches. And freaking they're talking to Daryl, and he's all like, yo man, I wasn't even aiming for that girl, I was aiming for you. And Daryl's all like, bitch, I should have killed you. And of course they're about to kill Daryl, and freaking Eugene's all like, man, you know what's gonna happen? You should go look over there by those barrels because one of our guys is back there. As a viewer, I was all like, Eugene, what the fuck? So Two-Face is like, yo, go check it out, because of course if somebody tells you there's somebody behind a barrel with like an AK, you're gonna go check that shit out. But what does Eugene do? He bites that dude's fucking dick. He bites his dick. Are you serious? I didn't think anything would ever get worse than Rick biting that dude's freaking neck out. No, Eugene just took it to the highest level by biting a dude's dick. Legitimately, did freaking Eugene just ascend to like the highest bro level? Like that one bro moment where you're like, bro, I love you so much, and like, dude, I'd bite a dick for you. Nobody would ever say that except in a ridiculous way, because what situation would you ever be in that biting somebody's dick would save your friend's life? Eugene just did the biggest sacrifice ever, and it just saved his whole crew's lives by biting a dick. Just when you think you have Walking Dead figured out, oh no, they throw a curveball your way. At this point, freaking Abraham starts shooting everybody, Daryl gets a knife, cuts a throat, freaking Rosita picks up a gun, starts capping people, and Two-Face gets away yet again, but Daryl got his crossbow back, which is the only part that matters. In all seriousness, I do want to talk about why this is the Know Your Place episode in my mind, because Eugene and Denise did not need to be out there. What is Rule 17 of Zombieland? Don't be a hero. If we're talking about realistic terms between Denise and Eugene, Eugene is the expendable one. Freaking Denise should never ever leave the walls. She's your only medical source. If she wants to learn to kill walkers, you do it near the perimeter. You don't freaking let her go out on runs. I personally wouldn't let Eugene go outside either, because although he can be a dork and whatever sometimes, he seems to be one of the most knowledgeable people in the group. He knows how to build freaking bullets, for God's sakes, and he's had ideas about other shit too. So although they're not survivalists by any means, like on the par of Rick or Daryl, Denise and Eugene have freaking skills that we need into this group. You don't see Rick or Daryl or anybody else trying to be doctors or trying to be scientists. No, they're good at killing and hunting and protecting people. That's what they do. They know their place. Freaking the smart people should know their place too. Look, I understand how maybe Eugene and Denise want to feel like they're actually part of the group, like they can defend themselves, they can fight if they need to, but you're so valuable, especially Denise. You are the only doctor in the group. If one of your people that knows how to protect and serve the freaking community very well gets hurt, you are the only person that can make them better. Your value is in your skill set. Like, oh, freaking Denise, like, you would still be alive if you didn't try to be a survivalist. You stay inside the walls. You didn't need to go out there, and now you got an arrow through the freaking cabeza. Anyways, Denise's death might not have been the biggest thing that happened in this freaking episode. It was Carol leaving. The fuck? That's right, everybody. Freaking Carol has left the group. She just up and left in the middle of the night. Nobody knows where she's at. The next episode is going to be like Daryl freaking trying to find her. He might get killed. We all know in the last few episodes, Carol has been struggling with this whole body count that she has. She's starting to find religion again with that freaking, I forget what they call it. But she's starting to get back into like a religious type, and she just doesn't want to kill anymore. So she leaves the group because she knows they are always going to be people that kill. So she freaking left, and I'm not going to blame Carol because I know she's going through some shit, but she's always done what needed to be done. Who I am going to blame is motherfucking Morgan, because that bitch is poison. Freaking Morgan has not done one damn good thing since he's been here. He's just all like, oh, every life is precious. No, bitch, when people are trying to kill you, blatantly trying to kill you, you kill them back. That's all I got for this review, guys, but I'm going to ask you guys a question that doesn't have to do with tonight's episode. Who do you think Negan's going to kill? A lot of people think it's between Glenn and Daryl, but now that Carol's gone, I'm wondering if Negan will find her on the road, bring her back to Alexandria, and beat Carol to death with the bat. That would be unexpected and crazy. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Guys, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your buddies and your puppies. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. As always, guys, I'm your host, Juicebox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. Have I had my daily dose of juice? See you guys next time. Bye!